Today we're going to look at some items that at one time were legal to sell, no issues whatsoever, that are now banned or illegal that can still garner you some good money. Hey, it's Don here. Today we're going to look at some history, we're going to look at some value, and we're going to look at some items that at one time were fine to sell that now are pretty much banned across the border.
Magic Spike. This device was manufactured back in Illinois. Thousands of these devices were sold all over the United States. It is supposed to be radioactive. The patient in this case would merely place it on their body adjacent to the ailing part, and the radioactivity coming off of this tube was supposed to cure all types of ailments. Incidentally, this sold for from $300 to $2,300, depending upon the size model that you wanted.
Now, one of the most popular of these items, most everybody out there has heard of and knows exactly what it is. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola at one time had cocaine in it, literally cocaine. Coke bottles, labels, things like that with the word cocaine on it can still be found, believe it or not. Now here's a real early Coca-Cola bottle, and this is a syrup jug basically. It's a 1-gallon jug so that you could make it at, say, a soda shop, soda fountain, or something along that line. And in this case, it states the cocaine was removed. Coca-Cola's name directly comes from what's in it. Coca comes from the coca leaves, and that's where cocaine comes from. Cola is from a cola nut. It's spelled differently now. It's spelled with a K instead of a C, but it's the same basic thing. Part of Coke's flavor comes from the cola nut, and the other part comes from coca leaves. It is still in the product today. There's just no cocaine at all in it.
Here we have a simple device which was known as the electronically active steel ball bearing. This device was supposed to be energized with 81,000 volts of electricity. The vendor represented to a Navy chief's wife in San Diego that he could permanently arrest any pain that she might have by merely passing this over the person's body.
Quack medicine in general is tied to this sort of thing. You're going to see quack medicine advertising all sorts of cures and all sorts of things. Coca-Cola itself was advertised as a healthful drink, something that could cure your stomach issues and things along that line. Many other brands and companies did similar things. With this one here, you can clearly see morphine, cocaine listed in there. Coca-Cola itself advertised in these sorts of magazines all the time because they pushed the healthfulness of their product. They pushed what it could do for your customers. This is quackery in general. Obviously, Coca-Cola removed the cocaine at one point, around 1903 from the information I found. One of the most common items related to these sorts of things are the bottles that they were issued in, and the bottles are very highly collected. Even if you find just a bottle with no label, people will reprint a label and mount it back on the bottle and sell it that way, and they can still sell for hundreds with the reproduction label on it. Now this one does appear to be an original one, and this is cocaine hydrochlorate. Pure 4% cocaine basically in this. Quack medicine companies would market them as a cure. It would make you feel better because of what was in it. Other substances were used also that gave similar effects, but these are highly sought after and highly collected as well. Now, one thing I would always recommend is making sure the bottle has been completely and utterly cleaned from tip to toe inside, so there's no residue of anything in any of these. These sorts of bottles have been traded and collected for well over 100 years at this point. Poison bottles and things like that all tie into this same field here. Now this one I find extremely interesting. I do have asthma as well myself. This is a cure for asthma. It was supposed to help you breathe and relieve your asthma problems. It's 5 grains of cocaine per ounce. So that would probably do it, I would imagine. But really interesting item. A lot of these sorts of items ran rampant across this country and really across the globe. There was really no regulation in many of these sorts of items. Now, a big area tied with these are advertising pieces. There's trade cards, there's advertising tokens like this one here. Now, this is a very interesting item. This is what's called an encased postage stamp. There wasn't any small currency around in the country. So what companies did is they manufactured tokens of various types, and this one here tried to tie a value to it based on an actual U.S. stamp. This is a known collectible. Some of these can sell into the thousands plus. Many different companies did this. The stamp is unused. It's an actual stamp. It's been encased and can be used and traded for 5 cents in trade. But on the flip side, it has Burnett's cocaine clearly advertised on it. No, it wasn't just cocaine that they used in these quack medicinery. You can find heroin as well. Opium you will find on labels also. Now, cocaine was still found in products up into the 20s and 30s. I've even seen some stories where cocaine was still found in some Coke products in a small amount up into the 20s. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but many products still used cocaine in their product advertisements, their packaging and bottling and such forth also, like this one here. This one's by a major manufacturer, Park Davis and Company as well. Many of these obviously would have only been available to pharmacies, but a pharmacist could mix up anything he wanted with these sorts of items also.
This one doesn't do anything. Here, let me show you. You wear it this way when you go to bed. This end fits into a pan of water. Of course, you must lie with your head pointed to magnetic north and your body parallel with the magnetic field. Even a little compass was included in this deal.
The thing's supposed to pick up magnetic forces, huh?
That's right, supposed to do all sorts of wonderful things for you.
And people actually bought it?
Just as fast as this guy could make them.
Now, this is a Watkins cough cure. Watkins made a ton of things, including like flavoring and extracts as well. Now, many of these sorts of bottles you can run into with no label on it. You would have no way to know what the bottle was for, but as you see here, many of these will actually state that on the label itself. It'll state a certain percentage, and this one has heroin 1/8 gram to the ounce in it, as well as 11% alcohol. This would obviously make you feel better no matter what your ailment, I would say. That's why these were banned. That's why these are considered quack medicine. There's no real benefit other than the euphoric effect you would feel from the alcohol mixed with the other substances in any of these. Again, high dollar items, they usually go for hundreds of dollars. Here's a prime example of a cannabis sativa bottle for a veterinarian's office. This bottle is real, but the label and it looks like the cork are reproductions. Still a nice example. It still looks great. This one still went for some decent money. Now, one thing many people aren't aware of is the government licensed and issued tax stamps for many of these products. Now, this one's for narcotics. It would have covered many different things such as cocaine, opium, heroin, and things like that. They were not classified as they are now back in the days when these were actually out. And here's just one more example for cannabis, for marijuana basically on this one. It has it spelled the old way you will see it in many of the government records. This is a tax act stamp for it, for $50 worth, and you would have filled out this other part here, would have been attached in a book or something along that line. They go for some incredibly high amount of money. This one's unused, never hinged. Really nice example here. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
This is one of the simpler electrical devices which the Bureau has seized in recent years. The operator in this case would merely dial the particular illness which he is treating. It would then cause the plate here to light up, resulting in him dispensing a combination of cornstarch, sugar pills, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, you take one of the sugar pills and you can cure sexual impotency, sinus, tooth decay, fatigue, gas, and heartburn.
Oh, there's no question about it.